Real leaders don't wait for a promotion. They live their influence so loud it can't be ignored. Hey guys, Dan Greer with Forge coming at you today to chat all about influence is everywhere. Leadership isn't about a job title or a corner office. It's about the ripple effect you create every day. Influence flows sideways to your peers, upward to your bosses, and outward to your family and community. To dig into this, let's chat all about influence versus position. Leadership isn't about authority. It's about example. Okay? It's about setting an example. Here's the thing. As young leaders, a lot of times, sometimes even old leaders, but as the leaders, sometimes we get in here and we go, hey, we use our position to get compliance. We use our authority to get compliance, get people to listen to us. And that works till it doesn't. All right. A great example is I used to go out in the yard whenever I was a DOT guy for a company. I'd be like, oh, you need to throw an extra strap on here. You call that a pre-trip? Blah, 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 blah. And what happened? What happened? When I was in the yard, stuff was strapped down better. When I was in the yard in the morning, pre-trips were done better. But can I be in 20 different yards every single morning? No. If I want to handle more, I have to get more influence. I have to get people to want to buy into it, right? And to do that, I had to figure out how to influence sideways, had to influence outside using the ripple, and had to influence up to get the division managers on my team. Okay? So what I used to do is I used to go in and I would treat people, peers and teammates, the same. And the way you treat them, the way you treat people is either going to raise the bar or lower the standards, right? Think about this for a second. If I go in and I go, what happens if some idiot pulls out in front of you and you got to slam on your brakes the way this load's tied down right now? Well, it's probably going to slide forward. Okay, what's the worst thing that can happen if the load slides forward? Let's say you're doing 75 and you slam on your brakes really, really hard. What's going to happen? Well, it could come through the truck. Okay. And what happens if it comes through the truck? I guess it could pin me between the dash. It could. It could do worse. It could actually decapitate you. I've seen that happen before. It could go through the middle of your body and you have a pipe impaled in you because you didn't strap it down with enough stuff. Do you think that some idiot could potentially go in front of you today? Well, yeah, there's a lot of idiots on the road today. Yeah, of course, right? That's influence. That's influence. Authority was me going in and saying, hey, throw a belly strap on this load. Wrap it so it won't go forward, right? Influence is getting them to understand the why, the reason behind why you're asking them to do what you're doing. That's where influence starts. Okay? Upward influence. Even your leaders are watching how you carry yourself and how you set yourself apart. Do you bring problems to the table or are you solving them? I got to tell you, all of my teams, on everybody that's in any of my companies knows you don't bring me a problem, you bring me a solution. If you bring me a problem, you are part of the problem. I'm going to say that again. If you bring me a problem, you are part of the problem. So stop bringing problems to the table and start bringing solutions, right? Here's a great solution. My computer keeps crashing. That's a problem. If I bring that to IT, what happens? They go, oh, have you restarted your computer? Yeah, a dozen freaking times. But if I come to them, I go, I've restarted my computer 10 times, and I do it every day. I shut my computer down at night. I've got rid of everything that's on here, but it still keeps crashing. I'm not sure what the next step is. Yes, I've presented them with a problem, but I've also presented them with the solutions that I've already tried. I'm no longer just going, my computer crashes. You see what I'm saying? You see the difference there? That's why you have to bring solutions to the table. Hey, we're having problems getting new clients in the door. I'm going to start doing this. What do you think about that? That's bringing a solution. Now let's talk a little bit about the outward ripple of influence. Your family, your kids, your community, they all see the same version of you that your coworkers do, the people above you, the people below you. Are you influencing them when nobody's handing out a promotion? Consistency. You have to be consistent in order to gain influence. People trust what's predictable. If you don't live what you claim your brand is, guess what happens? They don't trust you. They're not going to follow you, right? A sword doesn't get sharp overnight. It takes heat, hammering, and grit. Influence is forged in the daily grind, not the spotlight. If this fired you up, grab a copy of Grit, Grease, and Grace, the book that will help you live out influence in every corner of your life. And if your team needs this message, let's talk about bringing the Forge leadership training to your company today.